Well, today is George Price, the fathers of Belize, birthday. Okay, so he was known to be very charitable, and he would tour the nation, and he always had a plan, and he was never, zealous about like having security. He always made people feel safe, secure, and welcome. And I'm way too young to know if back then if they had a lot of restaurants and stuff all over the place. But the story goes that he would always pack a lunch. No matter where they were at, they would stop and get lunch going. So I'm trying to make something, a little extravagant and simple at the same time to honor him. Nice spot, check them out. Whenever you stop to buy your vegetables, double check, because they will give you crap. So he would always have like a loaf of bread, canned meat or processed meat with him. He would have lime or lemons or Jamaican limes, whatever, to make like fresh squeezed lime juice on the spot. He would also have his sugar with him. Vigilant when you shop at the vegetable stalls, because they were trying to give me a crap, and it seemed like I was maybe asking for donation, and I was purchasing. So even if you're buying, pay attention, check the stuff. My mistake was that I checked it after I'd paid for it. If you're getting a little jam, come check him out. I always get good keys and service here. Due to the fact that he has done so much thing for us, I'll celebrate by making this type of rice. And this as well. It's a grain from Mexico. It says you can wash it and soak it. So I have it soaking for a few hours. We'll see how I can clean it, because they're tiny. 1 full cup it was. Now I'll go wash it out. Washed. 1 3/4 cups of water after it's been washed. This may have like a bitter taste to it, so they recommend using something spicy, pepper, to help balance it off. So this is spicy. Just add some water, bring to a boil, then put on simmer. So the territorial dispute between England and Guatemala, possibly Spain, but mainly with Spain being on the back burner, George Cato Price worked diligently with grace, class, and dignity and sophistication to coil the dispute, the tension between Belize and Guatemala. He worked diligently trying to figure out a civil solution between the two nations over the territorial dispute. Then he went to Her Majesty and did the same thing with an effort to gain independence without ever have to firing one bullet from a musket or a gun. We work for likes, shares, and comments. He also did a lot for citizens of this great nation. He also partaked with other members in the government to design the nation's flag. This has to steam for 20 to 30 minutes. Making a classical drink that he loved, lime juice, and I'm using Jamaican lime. I had popped the lid on to avoid the steam and let it air up for a few minutes, and I guess it did not work. It will take that 20 to 30 minutes to cook. This is finished. I made a ginger and potato in a tomato sauce. I did not try to go for the roux this time. With herbs. And being that he ate a lot of bread, I'm going to add a slice of bread to this meal. While he was out traveling, touring, doing political stuff or just going on an adventure, checking on the citizens of the great nation. Many of the thing that I read about this thing said that it would have a bitter taste. For some reason it has a sweet taste to it. I think the cup and a half of water per half cup is too much water. And that's because I did 1 cup and I didn't really do a full 3 cup. I made sure the cups were a little bit less than a cup of water. I'm getting closer to the finish line. Note, you gotta babysit this. And the closer it gets to the end, you got to stay on top of it so it doesn't burn or stick. Look, I did some steam rice. They said you could substitute it for rice. I don't want to take the chance, being it's my first time, and then ruin it. I think it requires a lot more attention than rice. Oatmeal. You gotta constantly babysit this one. If you can do that, it gotta be finished. Meal fit for the man that fought, worked, and gave us independence without violence. And this is the lime juice. I reckon this is how he had it, because my grandpa had it the same way when he would go out to on road trips. Enjoy our day, and for those who are far away, you do the same. And those that would like to experience this great nation of ours, schedule your 2025 vacation and come explore Belize and discover yourself in the crown jewel.